I don't know what to tell you, but there are plenty of black players that are technically brilliant and tactically brilliant, and there are plenty of white players that are incredibly explosive and athletic. You want to know why? Because these skill sets are not based in race. They're based in other genetic qualities as well as your training. Guys, this idea that white players are all technically and tactically good and black players are only physically good is just racism. Unfortunately, this racial bias is more common than a lot of you even realize. This article by 538, Soccer Looks Different When You Can't See Who's Playing, expresses this better than I ever could. Basically what they did is they showed 2-minute clips to an audience of the Poland versus Senegal game in the World Cup. Then they asked them which team was more athletic and quick, which team more physical, more tactically organized, and more technically skillful. What you'll notice is when they can see race, they pick Senegal for more athletic and quick by a huge margin. When they pick more physical, Senegal wins again. But when it comes to tactically organized, the Polish win huge, and technically the Polish win huge. However, when the render cannot see race, the Polish are more quick, more athletic and quick all of a sudden. Why is that? The Polish are equally as physical as the Senegalese players. Now, on tactically organized, they're still more tactically organized, but look how much of a difference that still is. The Senegalese look much better, and the Polish don't look quite as dominant there. Technical skills, they still picked the Polish, but not by the same margins. So what does this tell us? Well, it tells us something very, very obvious. That the race of the players does not determine what qualities they have, but some of you have implicit racial biases which do tell you how you should perceive players. And you know what? They also did this study for women's soccer. They compared professional women's soccer to professional men's soccer and polled primarily male audiences. Guess what they found? When they could see the identities of the players, they all suggested that the men's game was better than the women's. But when they showed them with the identities hidden and they couldn't see which gender the players were, a small majority actually stated that the women's game was better. And here's the thing. I'm not saying you have to watch women's soccer or anything like that, but a lot of you don't realize that the only reason you don't like it as much as men's soccer is because you've been socially conditioned to not like it. The same way you've been socially conditioned to think black players are just big, strong, and fast, not technically or tactically gifted. But here's the thing, that's not how sports work.